You are bright and early. Before heading off Selhurst depot, prepare the 37-2 unit from cold. Press F1 for further details. So we need to go to the other cab because we're heading out towards Norwood Junction. So first thing we need to do is to hold the aux on button down for 7 seconds because we are starting this unit from cold. So aux on is over here. I probably should put on my cursor. You know, just so you can see which buttons I'm pressing. Like that. Auxiliaries are on. Speedometer will carry out a self-test. Down here. 90, 100. Oh, this goes 90. Okay, next, turn the master key in and press Shift W.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Hold down either AC system select or DC system select, depending on whether you're actually on third rail. So because we are at Selhurst, we're on third rail. So hold down DC system select, like that. You now need to wait 3 minutes for the auxiliary compressor to build up sufficient air pressure to allow you to either raise the pantograph or drop shoes. So wait 3 minutes before we can drop the shoes and we can get going. So now that we are taking power from third rail, we can now build up brake pressure in the main reservoir. You must now wait for the main reservoir pressure to build to 6.5 bar. Once it has done so, you will be able to obtain a brake release. So yeah, we need to wait for this needle on the left to reach 6.5, which is up here. It might take a few minutes. Okay, now that we have reached 6.5 bar on the main reservoir, we can now obtain a brake release. So step 2, step 1, release. Okay, we need to turn the DRA off. Log into the My Track. So driver only operation, yes, because this is ECS. Driver ID is that. And 37s, they don't have light service. Instead, they just display blank desktop. We can start out GSMR when we get into Norwood Junction. Okay, next we need to put the lights to marker light because we are running in the yard. So marker lights only. Let's take a quick look outside. Yeah, we're good to go. We don't need saloon lights because, again, this is ECS. So... settings, saloon lights, don't need that. So we're good to go. So forward, set our path. So this one looks good. And we can now get going. So brake release, power to notch 3. So departing Selhurst, speed limit is 15 miles an hour. And our next stop was Norwood Junction in half a mile. So because the scenario is set at like 3 in the morning, there won't be that much AI. I think the AI in this scenario is mostly just ECS moves. Still on the right is the Brighton main line from, well, Brighton, heading towards London Bridge. And the station coming up in the distance is Norwood Junction. So we're in the Armstrong Powerhouse, Class 387 in Battersea Park, released, I think it's like a month ago. I think it's one of those packs that it needs to do because the other 387 wasn't very good. I mean, it was good, but for its age, it's starting to show its age. And it really does fit in with quite a lot of routes. Because with the 387 EP, you can use it on Midland Main Line, the one from St Pancras to Bedford, Brighton Main Line, South London Network, East Coast Main Line South, the line out to Paddington. I think Thameslink used to run like a 387 on the Chatham Main Line. I think it was like one diagram a day that was a 387. Then the rest were 319s and 700s. So arrival into Norwood Junction. We're going to switch cabs and then head via Selhurst to Victoria. Okay, shut down this cab, move to the other one at the other end, and depart for Victoria via Norbury when ready.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Good stuff. Need to set up the my track. So I do yes. Driver ID is this. Driver code is empty because we are ECS. Go to settings. Turn those off. Main menu. GSMR. So in the brief it says GSMR is 5alpha15019 at Norwood Junction. So 5 alpha 15019. Enter that. We need to put this onto night running because it is pitch black. And we are good to go. So in the brief we are scheduled to leave here at 2:56. So I've got a few minutes waiting yet. Towards departing Norwood Junction, we are heading back past Selhurst Depot to the right onto the Brighton Main Line via Norbury, Streatham, Balham, Clapham Junction into London, Victoria. So London, Victoria is London, Victoria is 10 miles away. We're also in 387-212 in the GetX livery. So this scenario is called a 5 Alpha 15 or 250 at Selhurst to Stewarts Lane. Morning, prepare the unit for call at Selhurst before heading for Stewarts Lane, reversing at Norwood Junction and Northern Victoria. So this is set in 2016. The timings for your journey are below. So Selhurst at 250. Norwood Junction at 256, Streatham Common passing at 308, Clapham Junction passing at 314, and London Victoria arriving at 320. Then of course at London Victoria it would reverse and head back past Battersea into Stewarts Lane. Right, stupid fucking PVC. I mean PVC in trains, I don't actually have like a physical PVC. I guess if it did have a PVC, I wouldn't have anywhere to put it because my desk is very small. So the line from the left is from East Croydon and Brighton. And the station coming up now is Selhurst. So we've got Selhurst, Thornton Heath, Norbury, Streatham Common, Balham, Wandsworth Common, Clapham Junction, Battersea Park, and then London Victoria. Speed limit is now 40 miles an hour. Okay, it's now going up to 60. So yeah, what do I think of the 37 EP? I've only driven it like a few times because I've only made like one scenario for it, which is this one. From what I've driven, I think it's a really nice unit. It's definitely a lot better than Superb's reskin from donkeys years ago. I think what AP are doing now is completing the southern region stuff, which is why they've done the 377, 375, this one, 465, and a few others. Hopefully now they can focus on, the north. Like the 318, 317 volume 2. Well, that's saying that with the 318, we don't have any routes that are like really high quality for it, because we have West Coast Main Line North, but that's like 10 years old. Because what you could do with West Coast Main Line North is give it new HLE, new foliage, new tracks, new elevation, new station models, neutral sections. You can do a lot with it. The station coming up now is, I think it's Norbury. This is Norbury station. Next one is Streatham Common. So yeah, if you sorry. So if you're wondering why I haven't released any scenarios, it's because I'm feeling a bit burnt out with TS. To literally no one's surprised. Because a few weeks ago, I was literally shitting out scenarios every other day. You're gonna be fed up with it, which is why I've chosen to like Transport Fever 2. Transport Fever 2 is a good game. Just need to. It's not for everyone's taste because you have to. Because I think people like more realistic stuff, like this. Whereas Transport Fever 2, you have like realistic town names, but not realistic railways. Like you can build one railway with realistic trains, because like on one track you can have like the Florence Crossman, and then another track you have like some train from Germany. You can also have like your own planes, ships, trucks, trams. It is very in depth. Yeah, and also I need to finish the 40 scenarios because the other week I started a pack of 3 from, but they class 40. I think it's like a train to Scarborough. Started off at Crewe, went through Warrington and Manchester, through Huddersfield to Leeds to York to Scarborough. And it's going to create it. So on the front was 40213 and some coaches. So part 1 would be from Crewe to Warrington Banky on Missing Link, then Warrington Banky to Manchester Victoria and Chatmoss, and then Manchester Victoria to Huddersfield on Manchester Station to Huddersfield. I think it's like 2/3 done. I've done the section from Crewe to Warrington, Warrington to Victoria. Just need to do the last bit from Victoria to Huddersfield. I'm putting statics. I'm putting the description and briefing as well. Coming up now is Balham. You've also been really busy with work as well. Because of work, because the amount of customers coming in is increasing, means the dev team have to register every single new website on cPanel, which takes it's not very long, it's like half an hour. And then when tech ops have built the site and put in the content, we have to put it live. And putting a site live, it can take anywhere from like an hour to like 3 weeks, depending on how much of a pain in the ass the mission is. Because the most simple porting live procedure for a website, it's mainly just transfer the domain over onto cPanel with Klook. The most complex one is the most complex procedure for putting a site live involves logging into the merchant's domain, like on GoDaddy or Wix, transferring name servers or making new DNS records, then waiting 24 hours for changes to propagate, and then doing the rest of it. So putting a site live, it does take a lot of work. Like a lot of work. So next station will be Clapham Junction, the 20 and then 60. Oh, and also because it's 3 in the morning, Clapham Junction is fairly quiet. I think the first trains out of Waterloo are like 5 AM. So slowing down for Clapham Junction. Also with work, I need to figure out when I'm going to take time off, because the thing about work is that you get a certain number of days off, and if you don't use them, they're gone forever. They don't roll over to the next. They don't roll over to the next year. So at the moment, I have 13 days worth of holiday. I just need to figure out how I'm going to use them and when. Because 13 days excluding weekends is like 2.5 weeks. Yeah, I guess what I could do is like take some time off in October, then a bit in November, and then a bit of December. That could work. Well, I'll take off like half weeks. I'll take off like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for a few weeks. 37 to Whiskey 86 from Three Bridges to Bedford. If you're wondering why there's Thameslink at Clapham Junction, if you look in the 2016 working timetable, there are Thameslink trains that go via Clapham Junction. Well, a fair few. That's very early in the morning. I think it's like route knowledge or something. You know, like how Transpanline divert via Rochdale instead of going via Huddersfield. So yeah, if you look in the winter 2016 working timetable, you will find a few trains. You will find a few Thameslink trains that go via Clapham. So line to the left goes towards Waterloo, and we go up and over towards Battersea and Victoria. So we go over the lines out of Waterloo. We head towards Battersea. This is Battersea Park. Line on the right joins from the Chatham Main Line from Denmark Hill, Herne Hill, and Orpington, and Gillingham, Dover, Faversham, Ramsgate. So speed limit goes down to 40, then goes down to 20 before we get into the bay platforms at Victoria. So we're cleared into platform 12. Sorry. So yeah, platform 12 Victoria, so reverse in Victoria and then head back out towards Selhurst. I don't think there are that many scenarios where you actually get reverse in Victoria. I guess the most common kind of scenario you would do that it would be like doing a southeastern train from the Chatham Main Line going to Victoria, reverse there and go into Grosvenor Shed. Oh yeah, before you ask, this scenario it does not use the 465 Volume 2 that I released the other day because I haven't bought it yet. So arriving into London Victoria. Survival into London, Victoria. In order to get to Stewarts Lane, we need to reverse here. Shut down this cab and move to the other one and depart when ready. Stop at Battersea Park. Stop at the Battersea Reversible A as marked on your HUD.
TPWS and AWS operational.
So let's set up the cab again. So we need to set that to night. Driver operation, yes. It's good. Settings, cool. So the GSMR. So this is 5 Alpha 1 5, and it says 511 511. Like that, and we are good to go. So yeah, the passenger view looks really nice. But considering how much little time people spend in the passenger view, it does beg the question why you would spend so much time modelling it. I mean, it is good, but it's not very well utilised. So yeah, next stop is Battersea Reversible A in about a mile. So we're safe. You know, KTS decided to be a con and just dumps for no reason. So on the left is Grosvenor Shed, used by Southeastern. Yeah, I would use a horn, but you're not really meant to use a horn at like 3:20 in the morning. So along to the right is the Brighton mainland towards Clapham Junction and Brighton. We go down here towards Stewarts Lane. And then line over the top is the Chatham main line towards, well, Chatham. I also going down 1 to 24, which is insanely steep. I think in real life it's not as steep, I don't know why Dovetail modelled it like that. So do not stop just by this workman on the right. And stop. Before entering the depot, make sure all manual instructions are set for depot 15 using the 2D map. So depot 15, which is over here. Depot 15 needs to switch U, needs to switch U. And there we go, depot 15. I'll just let the train glide down the slope. So it's limited 15 as we enter Stewarts Lane. I think Gatex have like the run section, but on TS it's kind of blocked off and unusable. Selhurst is right, it connects back up with the Chatham Main Line on the Thor lines, which are now used by the London Overground on the, I think it's the East London line, from Clapham to Dalston via Denmark Hill and Peckham. So this is Selhurst Depot, where the video ends. So thank you so much for watching this Chinsim 2021 video. Like the video if you're so inclined, subscribe for more Chinsim content. Thank you for watching, I'll see you in the next video. So arrival into Stewarts Lane.